Hello everybody, DarkPhoenix Gaming here, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mass Effect 2 with Melinda Shepard, the Wolf's Vengeance. Last time we left off, we had just trotted our way into this plague area and met and saved a diseased Batarian who had the plague. And now we are looking for Mordin Solus before this plague gets him killed. But first, we have a codex entry or two, apparently.
In the early 21,
It's the Vorcha is the one I was talking
in the
about.
early 2160s, the Volus are although they are a mammal
I hate the way that works sometimes.
Vorcha
I
have
really
no
do.
terrestrial analog. They are humanoid in form, but Vorcha have clusters of non-differentiated neoblast cells, like those of Earth's planarian worms. Damaged Vorcha cells mature into specialized structures to alleviate injury or stress. Transformations include thicker skin following injury, lung adaptation for barely breathable atmospheres, and stronger cardioskeletal muscle under high gravity. Skull capacity and brain size do not change, and Vorcha rarely make more than one somatic overhaul. Vorcha assault each other frequently, causing their young to gain strength, intelligence, and resilience. As a result, Vorcha see inflicting and receiving pain as normal communication. Few Vorcha study professions, in part because their average life expectancy is only 20 years. Because Vorcha can eat and breathe nearly anything, they can live almost anywhere. But racism prevents them from integrating into most societies that dismiss them as vermin. They have few employment options beyond Krogan mercenary bands.
Well, there's a couple of other things I'm gonna read real quick. Okay. Not interested in reading about the Mass Effect version of porn. Let's find what we want. Mass accelerators. Okay, stay where I put you. Mass accelerators propel solid metal slugs via electromagnetic attraction and repulsion. A slug lightened by a mass effect field can be accelerated to extremely high speeds, permitting previously unattainable projectile velocities. The primary determinant of a mass accelerator's destructive power is length. The longer the barrel, the longer the slug can be accelerated. The higher the slug's final velocity, and therefore the greater its kinetic impact. Slugs are therefore designed to squash or shatter on impact, increasing the energy they transfer to its target. Without collapsibility, slugs would punch through their targets while inflicting only minimal damage. Rather than being mounted on the exterior, starship guns are housed inside hulls and visible only as gun portholes from outside. A ship's main gun is a large spinal mount weapon running 90% of the hull's length. While possessing destructive power equal to that of tactical nuclear weapons, main guns are difficult to aim. Ships must be able to point their bows almost directly at their targets. Main guns are best used for long-range bombardment fire. Approximately 40% of the hull's width, broadside guns inflict less damage and can be mounted with greater numbers and more flexibility. The modern human Kilimanjaro-class dreadnoughts mount 3 decks with 26 broadside accelerators apiece for a total salvo weight of 78 slugs per side, firing once every 2 seconds. However, mass accelerators produce recoil equal to their impact energy. While the Mass Effect fields suspending the rounds mitigate the recoil shock can still rattle crews and damage systems. Well, that's interesting and everything, but I'm sure there would be a lot more to talk about for someone who is knowledgeable in theoretical physics or something of that nature, but I'm not exactly that kind of person. My knowledge of stuff like physics is limited at best. But enough about that. It's time for us to move on. And as I usually do, take everything that isn't nailed down. That's something that's takeable. Speaking of which, time for a little matching puzzle. There we go. Nice and solved. And Turian plague victim.
Tried to claw his way out. Can't say I wouldn't do the same.
Great. That's not grim at all. And let's hope no one comes by and decides to shut us in here for, you know, being human. That would be unfortunate. But we have his diary, so may as well look through it. Entry 2.
Nobody's even come by to check on us. Never thought the Blue Suns would turn their backs on me. This group used to stand for something. When I get out of here, I'm gonna make them pay. Davis isn't doing too good. I think he really does have the plague. Gotta get out of here.
Yeah, and I think you do too. It sounds a little too late for that, good sir. But the final entry.
Davis died last night. He's still talking to me, though.
Okay, you're not only plague infested, but delusional.
The company is nice. Nobody should die alone.
Yeah, that is quite grim, has to be said. But now we can go this way. Good, I am heading in the right direction. We'll bypass another door and get on our way. So there we go. Door problem solved. Heh. Well. Okay. That was a bit unfortunate.
This should scramble their systems. I've got no shields.
I'm trying to charge you, asshole.
Engaging hostiles!
So reload. Wait for the shields to come back. And I will outflank you sons of bitches. Switch over to the machine pistol. I don't want to be wasting all my shotgun rounds, after all. Those things are kind of valuable to me. Come on.
We're down.
Do us all a favor and die. Faster, please. Zaid. Miranda, you mind? Now Zaid, please. Thank God. That was damn close. Okay. Back to the shotgun, and it is charging time. Now let's go back and collect the ammunition. That fight is over. Now, machine pistol has what we need. The place we actually want to go is over there. Before I do anything else, I'll take your assault rifle damage. But first, these apartments. Let's have a look-see inside. Because there's definitely nothing wrong with just poking my head into random apartments. Okay, we get to try again at least. That's not the case in a bunch of places. Find me that C. And there we go. I'd like your med kit, please.
We saw that door open, we thought those Turians had found us.
Fortunately for you, it was us.
The Blue Suns have been out to get us. They're killing as many people as the disease.
Why are the Blue Suns hunting you?
We didn't do anything. Pretty much every non-human in the district wants us dead.
They think we caused the plague. Humans aren't getting sick, and that's all the evidence they need. God knows how many of us they've already killed.
They should be looking at the Vorcha, not us. Ever since the plague hit, they've been taking over Blue Sun's territory.
You said the Vorcha moved in just after the plague hit?
Right after the district was quarantined. Vorcha are immune to diseases, so they're not getting sick.
Not sure where they came from. Never saw many Vorcha around before. Sure seemed like they were ready for this.
Only nobody thinks the Vorcha are smart enough to create a virus like this. The Blue Suns need someone else to blame. Like us.
You said the Vorcha were taking over Blue Sun's territory?
Trying to. The Blue Suns don't go down easy. The plague softened them up, but they still have enough firepower to hold some of their turf. The Turians are getting pushed back. The deeper you go into the district, the more Vorcha you'll see. Unless they see you first.
What else can you tell me about the plague? When did it start?
The first cases cropped up about 2 weeks ago. Nobody paid much attention until it started to spread. Usually takes about a week to kill you, but it spreads fast. 3 days after the first outbreak, there were over 50 known cases.
That's when everyone noticed humans weren't getting sick. Then the quarantine came down and everything went to hell.
Any idea how the victims contracted it?
Not sure. Probably airborne. Even after the Blue Suns started sealing victims up inside their own apartments, the plague kept spreading. Now they just gun victims down and burn the bodies in the streets. Doesn't seem to be helping, though. People are dying by the dozens.
Wow, that's awfully grim. But I guess it kind of makes logical sense in a somewhat sick and twisted way. They really don't want this plague to spread, so they burn the bodies and everything and gun people down. Kind of like how I imagine they tried to deal with the Black Death and the Spanish influenza. Just burn the bodies or throw them in mass graves. Of course, it doesn't seem to be helping in this
Tell me more
case.
about the Blue Suns.
There are mercenaries
And it
getting
might not have
lost
helped
in
in
Turians.
those cases
Used to run this
either.
district.
History
Kept these
of
nice
infectious
states for the most
disease
part.
isn't something I have much
Major
experience
protections,
with.
everything was cool.
I might have a degree in history, but infectious diseases was never something I was that into.
Everyone started dying. The Vorcha started moving in.
I always really
The
preferred
Blue Suns
military
lost
history
control of the
to
whole
infectious
district, turned it into a war
diseases.
zone.
I need to find Morden Solus.
Oh yeah, him. He's got a clinic on the other side of the district.
Heard he's taking in refugees now, trying to help plague victims, offering protection from the Suns and the Vorcha.
Sure. A doctor with military-grade mechs helping people for free. On Omega, grow up.
Sounds like you don't think much of the doctor in his clinic.
The Vorcha tried to muscle in. He gunned them down. Just like that. Pop, pop, pop. Didn't even use his mechs.
Then the Blue Suns heard he was sheltering humans and they went to burn down the clinic. He killed them too. Then he went inside and got back to work. He's cold. Must be Solarian Special Forces or something.
You can't stay trapped in this apartment. If you get to Morden's, you might at least survive until the quarantine ends.
Are you nuts? We'd never make it. The streets are crawling with Blue Suns and Vorcha. We don't even have pistols.
Besides, I'm not risking my life on a rumor that some Solarian might offer me sanctuary.
Well, I'll help you out. And this will give me an opportunity to illustrate something this game does that I really do like in this particular circumstance.
I promise you this. I'll do what I can to leave a safe path for you to follow me. It's risky, but I think it's your only chance.
Okay, you're right. We'll never make it if we stay here. We have to try. We'll wait here for a while and give you time to clear the way. Then we'll head for Morden's clinic, if we're lucky. Maybe we'll meet you there.
Yes, fucking this. You see that, every game developer who has ever put a goddamn escort mission in your games? This is how you do it properly. Hey, I'm going to have people shooting at me / trying to disembowel me with a rusty spoon the whole bloody way there. So how about you wait a little bit and give me an opportunity to clear the path? This is the smart way to do escort missions. Don't just have people follow you and hope everything works out. Delay them coming after you so you can clear the way. This is how to do an escort mission that isn't really an escort mission. It's a smart escort mission. The one where you're quote-unquote escorting them, but
Here they come.
at the same time, it's less of a headache.
This'll put them down.
Okay. Oh, I see blood-packed troopers over there. Goddamn Vorcha. My shots are awfully inaccurate from this distance away. First order of business. Switch over to the hand cannon. I'm much more accurate with this damned thing. Mr. Pyro over there is going to cause me a bit of a headache. Nicely done, Zaid. Nicely done. And that will be him. Thank you for playing. Get blown up by your own guys. It's been a blast. Literally. Hey Zaid, you mind?
Understood.
Finish him off, please. Maybe going to the shotgun just yet. Not my wisest move. I'm still seeing a lot of fucking Vorcha around. Let's go back to the hand cannon.
Watch out!
Oh, bloody hell, it's a Krogan. Shotgun time.
Destroy my shields!
Well, that's the Krogan dealt with. This fight is turning into quite... It's the battle, isn't it? And I just died. Still, that was quite... This is quite intense battle here against those folks. Still, the Vorcha are the real headache just because they have the numbers to just throw at me.
Taking all. There's the target.
Okay. I'm not even gonna waste ammo, I'm just gonna let these guys end up dead. Because my party members have unlimited ammunition, and they're fighting against the Vorcha, those blue suns are. So I'll just let them do their thing. And that worked out okay. Perfect, you say? That's an interesting assessment. But now, going in that... I'll be waiting a bit to go in that door, but... Wait on my shields to regen. Get in cover, Shepard! God. You see, that's why I hate pyros. They just blast you back like that, and once that happens, I get caught in a loop, and will not be able to rejoin cover in time. It makes a lot of things so much more difficult. Though I will admit I kind of brought that on myself by being stupid. And I wish I could tell my guys here to not fire, because I just kind of want to let those couple of blue suns wear down the enemy a little bit, if I can. Okay. That was my fault for being too reckless. Come on, though. We can get through this. We can get through this.
I see them. Time to die.
Alright, and now we're in business. The Varen slaughtering business, that is. Okay. I'm staying back here. That was my mistake.
My shields are down.
Thank God I got in cover in time. Miranda, care to help us out? Okay, back to the hand cannon. You can... Thank you for doing me such a kind favor.
Here we go.
Okay. Shields are back up. Another couple of troopers.
This'll put him down.
Oh great. It's a bloody Krogan again. Shotgun time.
Enemy charging. Up close enough.
Zaid, Miranda, off that Krogan, please. Thank you so much for offing the Krogan. Now I'm going back to the hand cannon. Oh, fuck me, it's another Krogan. Would you care to target him, please? I'll get out the shotgun. Balls. Zaid. Thank you kindly for that. Back to the hand cannon after I incorrectly do that. Some health depletion is in order here, I think. I'm down to only 6 shots with my hand. Oh, well, 12 actually. Only a handful of shots with my hand cannon. My usual spray and pray will not do there at all. Can you get him for me, Zaid? Not entirely. We're down to 2, so I think I can continue this theme. And now, it is time for Operation Beat Him to Death with my bare hands.
The Blue Suns have given up a lot of turf. Just what I like to see.
You know, for some odd reason, I'm getting the impression Zaid does not like the Blue Suns. But that couldn't possibly be the case. I mean, he loves them, right? He loves mercenary bands. In fact, he wants to marry them. That's right, isn't it? I'm being sarcastic, if you couldn't tell. I have played this game before, so I do know what Saeed's deal is. I'm just deliberately not saying anything on it.
No funny business once you're in the clinic, unless you want to deal with those mechs.
No need for that. I'm not here for trouble.
We're all clear.
Good.
Morden's around here somewhere. Go talk to him. We need all the help we can get.
Sorry, too busy to stop and chat. You should go find Morden.
Mm-hmm. Do that real quick.
Morden saved my life. I owe him everything.
Professor,
Ah.
Use melatonin. Plenty on hand. Almost as good. Causes cramping in veterans. Supplement with butemmerol.
Malindarin and butemmerol. Got it.
Senescene is the catalyst. Far to genetic markers. Hard to find. Expensive to mass produce. Why not have it?
Download whatever that is for more metagel capacity.
Devastating toxic to humans. Not an option. Not an option.
Oh, Morden, I do love you. I gotta say, Morden Solus is one of my favorite characters in the entire Mass Effect series. It's just so amusing how sporadic and all over the place he can be. I love it. But we need to talk to him. And you'll learn exactly what I mean later on. He can just be so amusing in the most bizarre of ways.
Don't recognize you from area. Too well armed to be refugees. No mercenary uniform. Quarantine still in effect. Here for something else? Vorcha? Crew to clean them out? Unlikely. Vorcha a symptom, not a cause. The plague. Investigating possible use as bioweapon. No. Too many guns. Not enough data, equipment. Soldiers.
Yeah.
Scientists. Yes.
I could just interrupt him, but I just find it so fun to watch him work everything out. And just the way he's talking like this, I just find it so amusing to just watch Morden work through everything, so I never interrupt him anymore. I used to. Back when I first played the game, I would always do the interrupts just because they were the new shiny thing, interrupts. Back when I first played the game. But I don't do that anymore. Anyways, straight to the point. I need your help.
I'm Commander Shepard, and I'm involved in a critical mission. I need you to come with me.
Mission? What mission? No. Too busy. Clinic understaffed. Plague spreading too fast. Who sent you?
Ever heard of an organization called Cerberus?
Crossed paths on occasion. Thought they only worked with humans. Why request Salarian aid?
Yes, we are after the collectors, as it happens. They're up to some bad doo-doo, shall we say. And we need to do something about it. You're on my list of people who could help. We need a countermeasure for some of their toys.
I'm on a mission to shut down the collectors, and I need your help.
Collectors? Interesting. Plague hitting these slums is engineered. Collectors one of few groups with technology to design it. Our goals may be similar. But must stop plague first. Already have a cure. Need to distribute it at Environmental Control Center. Vorcha guarding it. Need to kill them.
Okay. Oh god. I love this option. I really do. Just because of how much it speaks to the stereotypical role-playing game, or just video game in general, design.
Just once I'd like to ask someone for help and hear them say, sure, let's go, right now. No strings attached.
Life is a negotiation. We all want. We all give to get what we want.
That sounded
Yeah,
troubling.
I just love how true that is. No matter what game it is, you always have it going.
Blue Sun's marks may come in handy against Vorcha. One more thing. Daniel, one of my assistants, went into Vorcha territory looking for victims. Hasn't come back.
As I was saying, you always have that thing in RPGs and action games in general, and to some degree strategy games too, where it's like, I have this thing I want, be it a person who you need to join your team on an important mission, or just some piece of data, or even a piece of land. And you can never just get it for free. You always have to jump through a few hoops to get it. And I just love how that line sort of speaks to that whole philosophy of, I want something. You have it. You won't give it to me for free. I have to do something for you, then you'll give it to me. I just find it so great, the way they did that. And there's a couple of lines spread throughout this game that are like that. Like, it's just so funny because of how true it is in so many ways. I love that. But anyways, I'll keep an eye out for your assistant.
If I see him, I'll do what I can to help.
Thank you. Told him not to go. But he's smart. Bright future, I hope.
And yeah, we met a sick Batarian. Any chance you could help him?
I found a Batarian plague victim near the entrance to the neighborhood. Can you send someone to help him?
Risky. Blue Sun's Vorcha still battling. District not secure. See what I can do.
Okay then. We'll just go through the investigate options, because that's the thing I do.
What can you tell me about this plague?
Advanced design. Suspected collectors before you mentioned them. Purpose seems experimental. Destroys respiratory systems with harmful genetic mutations. Makes sense to avoid humans. Unnecessary to force mutation on human genetic structure for sake of variants.
Unnecessary mutations? What are you talking about?
Possible goal of virus. Testing viable mutation levels in various species. Horrific, but feasible for collectors. Humans known to have diverse genetic background, wider range than other sapient races. Makes sense as control group.
What do you know about the Vorcha?
Cowardly, opportunistic scavengers. Not tactical or aggressive. Scale of attack unusual for them. Suspect Vorcha working for collectors. Distributing plague, collecting data. No proof, but theory fits evidence.
Any idea where I can find Daniel?
No. Heard infected Batarians trapped behind Vorcha lines. Daniel went to help. Warned him not to go. Too dangerous. Patients here need him. Snuck out anyway. Wanted to find him myself. Can't leave the clinic. Have to look after the patients.
Have you had any trouble at the clinic?
Nothing major. Blue Suns came for humans, made threats, killed them before things escalated.
And you don't consider that major? Huh. Obviously our definitions of major differ a bit.
Wasn't always a doctor. Some work with Solarian special tasks group. Can handle myself. Advantage of
So I see.
Broken, Vorcha, all
So I see.
threats. Never see me coming.
Yes, that is one of the advantages of being the unexpected. And we acquire the hand cannon we already had. Nice. I'll visit the weapons locker and see if I need to change anything. I like the Phalanx Heavy Pistol better. Why did you change what I had equipped? The Phalanx Heavy Pistol is my preferred weapon. Zahid doesn't use it, but our other two party members do. 2 renegade points. Oh well.
On our way here, we saw humans looting the apartments of the dead. It made me sick.
Yes, I can agree with that.
This clinic is a sanctuary. If you're looking for trouble, go somewhere else.
Here we go then. Out into the world. Before I do anything, I'm going to save the game. And now I'm going to pause it. I have to take care of something real quick. I will be right back.